from Oracle Park in San Francisco. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the San Francisco Giants.
And now, your
opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. And today's starter, Logan Webb. What should we keep an eye on here?
The primary pitch is an outstanding sinker. It's hard to pick up out of the hand, but in the last few feet really has arm side movement. Tough pitch for hitters to get the barrel of the bat on.
Just about ready to roll. Trent Grisham digs in now. And off and running in a brand new season.
First pitch, 107.
The 0-1. Hard hit, right side. Tosses to first, and the first out of the game is an easy one. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, the key is to lay off pitches down in the zone until you're forced to swing. Set your sights higher in the strike zone, looking for something elevated, because sinkers are less effective up in the zone. They tend to flatten out. So when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Fouled off left side. Just getting started here in San Francisco. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Good job to fight that one off. Going to count 1-2. On the ground to the left.
That's a foul ball.
And it goes just foul. The 1-2. In the air to left center. And it drops in. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those could be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
Aaron Judge, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. The 0-2. Ripped to third and caught.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Quick throw to first. Bellinger dives back.
Ball.
Right side, hard hit. Whips it to first. And they take care of Stanton for the out. And that's the third out. Now it's the Giants' turn. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in San Francisco. The lefty on the mound for the Yankees, Max Fried. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do, to be able to command. But if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Willie Adames leads things off and takes a strike. This one in the center field. Grisham is there. The catch. Here's the Giants lineup with a top-level arm on the mound. So this figures to be a tough matchup for him. What's the key to the offense today, Steve?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get 1 pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
In plenty of time to first, and the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone.
Harrison Bader.
2 outs, base empty. Harrison Bader, the next Giant to hit.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
That's down.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away, still 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Oh, he gloves it from his backside. On the money, nice play.
Well, that right there was all pre-pitch positioning. Put himself in the perfect spot to make a great play.
Back here at Oracle Park, and stepping in for the Yankees, Paul Goldschmidt. This one popped up. Adames under this one. 1 down. Webb making his first start of the year. And he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2014.
That's a ball down.
A changeup.
That's a ball
missing.
low.
Ball 2. Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like to pitch down just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
No, that missed.
And another ball. Draws the walk
Ball
there.
4, runner, take your base.
Batting 7th, the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. That
Nope,
one misses.
ball.
That's 5 straight. Second inning here, no score. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there are 2 down.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Hut!
McMahon leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. Foul tip straight back, and that squared him up in the mask. That didn't feel good. Got him. 3rd out. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the Giants' 4-hitter, Rafael Devers.
Ball.
Swing and a foul out of play. To the right side, Chisholm tosses to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 2nd.
Batting 5th, the 3rd baseman, Matt Chapman.
That clips the corner.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
This one in the air, center field. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in.
Batting 5th, the right fielder, number 19, Farrar.
Now it's the right fielder, Farrar Encarnacion. That one to first, Goldie. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. New inning getting started, and stepping in for New York, Jose Caballero. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Here's the 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Top of the third, no score. And that is cut on and missed. 0-2 now.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Inside,
That's in.
almost
Ball.
got him.
Ball.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Chris, he looks locked in on reaching a milestone we know has been coming up for him.
Yeah, Boog, 2 to go, and he'll move up into a new echelon for career Ks. Pretty special when you get to watch a pitcher have a moment like that.
Here's Cody Bellinger, 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a ball popped up. Arise settles underneath it, and that is that. Home half of the third coming up, no score. Back here in San Francisco, and digging in for San Francisco, Patrick Bailey.
Ball high.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Hit in the air out to center field. Grisham on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Batting 8, the center fielder, Brett McRae.
That's a ball.
The 1-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Stays alive. The wide, the kick, and the 1-2. Got him. 2 out.
Well, he locked him up with the cutter on the outside right there, and I got to think he was looking middle in because he just couldn't pull the trigger. And you know, with 2 strikes, fastball coming in, you've got to be ready to swing it. That time it cut to the outside part of the plate, and he just couldn't pull the trigger.
Now Tyler Fitzgerald.
That's a ball. No, that's outside. Ball. Heck one.
Two down, nobody on. And down on strikes. And that ends the inning. 9 straight retired here to start the game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Oracle Park. Now up as the Yankees DH, Aaron Judge.
You know, these
No, that's
Yankees
it.
just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Judge rips that one away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Goldie steps into the box. He's 0 for 1.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect him to swing at.
2 down, nobody on. And that's in for a strike. And to count 1 and 2. Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees. On to the bottom of the 4th now. Still with no score. Bottom 4 and digging in for San Francisco, Willie Adames. Max Fried will go to work. Late swing fouled off.
Well, these Giants, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
On the ground to Jazz. Handles, throws to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Second baseman, Louis.
All tied up here on opening day.
Ball.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Fights it off. He'll see another. Next one misses.
Ball.
Yeah, that's ball 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it remains 2 and 2. Way inside, gets out of the way. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The kick, the 3-2. Swings and misses. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. So here's Bader now. Grounded out his first time.
No, that's down. Ball.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
The 1-1.
Yeah.
Lined, and that's a base hit.
Up next for the Giants, the first baseman, Rafael Devers.
Right through there for a strike. Splits the plate. 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Bader, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Through 4, still tied. Zip, zip. Back here in San Francisco, we go to the top of the 5th. Ryan McMahon stepping in now for the Yankees. And that one wrapped foul. The 0-1. Bader takes it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
Second baseman, Chisholm Jr.
Tap foul at the plate. The 0-1.
Just
That's a
missed
ball.
with that
Outside.
backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Ground ball right side. In time to Devers. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, J.C. Escara.
So digging in, J.C. Escara. His first at bat was a strikeout. Pitch misses inside.
Ball.
And that's ball 1. Late swing, foul to the left. 2 down, nobody on.
That's a ball.
And now 2-2. Adames. And that is that. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And digging in for San Francisco, Matt Chapman.
Chapman.
That's too low.
Nope, that's
Ball
low.
one.
That's a ball.
Chapman gets a piece there. Out to short, Caballero. To first.
He's out of
And the
there.
leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth.
Up next for the Giants, the right fielder, number 19, Encarnacion.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Just
No, that's
missed.
low. Ball.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Gets it to first.
He's out.
Hold on for the fifth inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Up next for the Giants, the catcher, number 14,
Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. Fly to center his first time.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
There's a
Yeah,
strike.
what?
And a
Yeah.
strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Ball one
That's
there.
a ball.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
The 1-2. And he hits a ground ball right side, and foul ball.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
The 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. The high heat too much on that one. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Jose Caballero getting ready to hit.
Jose Caballero.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike one. On the ground, out to short. Adames the throw to first. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
The center fielder, number 12, Trent Grisham.
All tied up here on opening day. Way high.
Ball up.
Swings, and this one's flared. Fair ball. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Cody.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Here comes Belly to take his cuts. 1 for 2. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Oh, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The Yankees with the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one way inside. One and 2 here. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 1-2. Hard liner. Hops
Ground
over the
rule
wall,
double.
and that's an automatic double.
The bat, number 99, designated hitter, Aaron Judge.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1. One down, runners at second and third. Swings through that. Action in the San Francisco bullpen. Heat and wind. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Brubaker warming up as well. There comes an 0-2 to Judge. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. A huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. So it's second and third occupied. They go for the intentional walk. Base is now loaded, and there's a force at every base. This one in the air right field, Encarnacion on the run towards the line. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And that's the 3rd out. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Well, we go bottom 6, and digging in for San Francisco, Grant McCray. Free back to work. And there's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Just
Ball
missed.
inside.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Up next for the Giants, the designated hitter, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Hiya!
High fly ball out to left field. Bellinger under it. 2 up, 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Adames stands in now and watches strike 1.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
And that
No, that's
almost
in.
hit him.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 down, nobody on. That one inside. Look out.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Struck him out swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. We go to the top of the 7th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Ryan McMahon.
Hook. Ball.
Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-2. Uh-oh. That
got him. Take your base.
And the potential winning run is aboard.
The batter number 13, second base, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at-bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. That one outside. And that's ball 1. Uh-oh.
Take your base.
Back batters hit by a pitch now.
Up next for the Yankees.
And up next for New York, J.C. Escara. To third, Chapman. Tosses across to first, and that is a big first out.
Not a bad outcome that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Logan Webb won't go any further, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for the
New
Giants,
arm for the Giants, Keaton Wynn.
And never an easy situation coming in with runners at second and third. He's got a base to work with, so he doesn't have to be perfect, but he does have to make some quality pitches.
Runners on the move. It's a squeeze. Arise. Off-balance throw in time. Got him, but they played the go-ahead run.
Suicide squeeze can be one of the most exciting plays in all of baseball because it's such a layered play and everything comes together so quickly. Right there, it all came together perfectly at a huge time as they take the lead.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. 1 for 3.
That's a ball. That's down.
And the 1-0. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Hard ground ball for a base knock. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Got the job done to put them up by 2. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And that is out of play. Here comes the 0-1. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 0-2. Swings through that one. It's strikeout. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Yankees 2 and the Giants nothing. Set for the last half of the 7th, and digging in for San Francisco, Luis Arias.
It's so important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Check swing went around. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Bellinger on his way over, takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Giants, the left fielder, number 9, Bader.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Now an 0-2 from Free. Now one
Ball
miss.
outside.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Sets him down on strikes. Strikeout number 8.
The first baseman, Rafael
Devers now.
Devers.
Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able
missed.
to hold
That's a
off
ball.
if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
High fly ball out to center field. And that'll do it. still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Oracle Park and stepping in for New York, Aaron Judge. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base slugging too. That one almost got him.
No, that's down. Ball.
The wind to kick the 2-0.
Early in the
That's the
count,
ball.
you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
That one misses.
Miss. Ball
So
4.
lead
Take your
off
base.
walk.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone
Inside,
looking and
ball.
wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
That's outside. Ball 2. Right through there for a strike. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
One out man at first. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one.
Here.
Here's a high chopper. Chapman. Off balance feed. There's one. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. So no runs in the inning despite the leadoff walk, and that does it. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Yankees 2 and the Giants nothing.
Now pitching for the
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Osvaldo Bido.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Leading up for the Giants, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Okay, all set to go. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees.
Number 12, Trent Grisham.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
No. Ball.
Right through there for a
2.
strike. Tapper back to the mound. Throws to first. One out in the top of the first. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Swing and a ground ball. Devers takes it to the bag. Nice efficient start to the afternoon. That's 2 out. Here comes Aaron Judge. This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact, just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as a right-handed batter. Foul ball there.
There's some players, for whatever reasons, they seem to just face a slew of right-handed pitchers, and their comfort level increased so much that they'd actually prefer to face that same side thrower in a tough situation.
2 down, nobody on. And Judge spoils that one. The 1-2. And there's a ball. Got him swinging. And now we'll see what the Giants can do. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Max Fried. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport, Singing.
The opposing hitters are going to see a lot of cutters. This guy can throw it to the front side of the plate, the back side of the plate, so you're really not able to cheat to get the fat part of the bat on the baseball.
That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-0.
Ball. Hey.
Fought off foul. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
The second baseman,
Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
Luis Arias at the plate now. That's ball 1. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
Throws to first in time. And here this afternoon, 2 quickly away in the bottom of the first.
Hike one.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Good job to fight that one off. Now an 0-2 from Fried. Ground ball left side.
Foul.
And that's just foul. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 0-2 now. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And the 0-2. That one missing
Ball, that's
inside. Next pitch
That missed. That's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat, your chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
Rafael Devers up to hit.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
Man on second, 2 down. That clips the zone, and it's 0-2.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly, or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
0-2 now. Got him swinging. That's the first fastball we've seen today. Made it look easy. End of 1, and we're still scoreless. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
No, that's out.
Right through there for a strike. Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. It feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
Here's a 1-1. On the ground to third. Fires over to first. And quickly one away in the second.
The first baseman.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think he's ever way off with his balls and strikes, but yeah, I don't think it's easy to define what his zone is, like you said.
Ball.
Line drive, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting 6, the third baseman,
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate.
Outside, ball.
Now. Center field. McCray under it. Takes it in for the out.
Batting 7, the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
On the outside corner, and it's 0-2.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. McRae makes his way towards it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2, and digging in for San Francisco, Matt Chapman.
Yeehaw!
The 0-1.
Ball.
And he grounds one to the right side. Goldie tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Batting six, the right fielder, number 19, Hurrah! Encarnacion.
Ball one,
That missed.
no
That's a ball.
strikes.
Ball. Hey.
That's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
No score here in the second. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
At the plate, Patrick Bailey.
Hey. Ha.
Two down, nobody on. Out towards right center field. Stanton moving under this one. That is the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here in San Francisco, all set for the start of the inning. J.C. Escara stepping in now for the Yankees. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game. And the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
Brings it in with a nice running grab. One up, one down.
Batting up, the shortstop, Jose Caballero.
That's a ball.
Now a drag bunt,
Foul!
third base side, and it goes just foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Devers takes it in for the out. 2 away now.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12, Trent Grisham.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Here's the center fielder, Trent Grisham. First
Ball.
pitch, and he just misses.
Come on, Logan.
2 down, nobody on. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. A solo shot. The Yankees score first. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
If you hit the ball that far, you know we're going to check the numbers. Let's go back to the Nerd Herd and StatCast. That was impressive.
Yeah, wow. I mean, they don't hit them much farther than that, Boog. Everything's got to come together to hit a ball like that, and he really showed us something right there.
Smoked on the ground to second. Sends it to first. And Bellinger is out. And that is that. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Set for the bottom of the third. And digging in for San Francisco, Grant McCray. McCray,
Yeah!
a strong arm center fielder in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2019.
That's a ball.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Grounds one to short. Over to Goldie.
Up.
Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
The designated hitter, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that's
That's high. That's a ball.
Looks like he's still trying to find a consistent release point in that curveball. That one just sort of popped out of his hand. No real command and finish to it. It's going to be real important for him to finish that pitch, throw it down in the zone where he wants to, if it's going to be effective for him throughout this game.
That misses
That's
off the
outside.
outside
Ball.
edge. That's a walk.
That's ball 4.
Went with
Runner
the
take your
cutter
base.
again, but couldn't find his
The
zone.
batter, number 2, shortstop, Willie Adames.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Willie Adames stands in. Struck out swinging, leading off the bottom of the 1st. To first, and he breaks for second. The tag, and he's out at second.
He out wide. Ball.
The 1-2. Backed off the plate that time. Out to short, Caballero. Play made, that ends the inning. Nothing doing there for San Francisco, and it remains 1-0. On to the 4th. In now is the Yankees DH, Aaron Judge. Webb back to work. And the 0-1. Late with the swing there.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Ball, that's low.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, Paul.
Here is Goldschmidt. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a foul ball. Man at first, 1 away. Just a slow ground ball this time. Chapman to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. Yankees 1 and the Giants nothing. Back here at Oracle Park and digging in for San Francisco, Luis Arias.
All right.
All these Giants, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw comes in too late, and they don't get the out.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Ball.
And obviously, a lot of credit for all those chases and strikeouts goes to the pitching. It's been nasty, but you can bet this offense is trying to figure out some way to put up a better fight.
That missed. That's a ball.
Tying run is at first here on opening day. That's off
Ball
the mark.
outside.
And now 3-0.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Here's a 3-0. And there's the automatic.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
Right down to shoot. 3-2 now.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Grisham gets it back in quickly. Runner holds it second, but they've got something going on here.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
High leverage spot, and here comes the dangerous Rafael Devers. That's in for a strike. First and second, no outs. We're here at the bottom of the 4th. Tap back to the mound. Oh, a great flip. There's one. A sensational double play.
Really nice double play turn right there, and it all started with that sweet glove flip on the feed to second. You know, these middle infielders, they spend a lot of time honing that glove work, so it just becomes like second nature. I think you also have to have a really good glove that's broken in, that's not too large, so that you can have a feel for that baseball and be able to flip it like you're barehanded. He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Just
That's the
missed.
ball.
And that one fouled off. Arise on third with 2 out.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there. One left for San Francisco. They trail here 1-0. Ready now for the 5th inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Ryan McMahon.
Nope. Ball.
The 1-0. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Fouled off. He was late. Way out front for strike 2.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The 0-2. It misses. It's a strikeout. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So up next, J.C. Escarra. Fly to left his first time.
Ball. That's down.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Good hitters count the 2-0. That's inside.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And that drops in for a strike. That's through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
So a walk.
Ball 4. Take your
runners
base.
at first and second.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop, Jose Caballero.
That's a ball.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Swings and misses, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. Chris, he looks locked in on reaching a milestone we know has been coming up for him.
Yeah, Boog, 2 to go, and he'll move up into a new echelon for career Ks. Pretty special when you get to watch a pitcher have a moment like that.
Two aboard, 2 outs. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. He's already homered here in this one. And that's outside. The 1-0. Late swing, foul to the left. Fights it off. You'll see another. First and second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th. Stays alive. One, 2 now.
Foul ball.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The next offering misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings and misses, struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Bottom of the inning, and digging in for San Francisco, Ferrar Encarnacion.
Ferrar Encarnacion.
Right through there for a strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat, do the count.
And the tying run is on base.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone, keep that leadoff man off first base.
And fouled off.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Encarnacion gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And that's
No, that
downstairs
missed. That's
and
the ball.
outside. Here's the 2-2. In the air, right field. And there's one down.
Up next for the Giants, the center fielder, Grant.
Here's the center fielder, Grant McCray. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Tap foul at the plate. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Towards first.
That's a
down
foul
the
ball.
line, and it's foul. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
No, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Popped up first base side. Goldie settles underneath it, and the inning is over. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. You're dialed into the show. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. Cody Bellinger will hit next.
The left fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Ball.
And another ball. That one misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Next offering is fouled back. That one misses.
Ball 4.
So a leadoff walk.
Bat number 99, designated hitter, Aaron Judge.
Bellinger goes. There's a ball.
No, that missed.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Man at second.
Hook.
Judge rips that one. Could be extra bases, and it gets by him. Run comes in from second, and they lead by 2. And he's into second with nobody out.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Logan Webb won't go any further, and it wasn't his best start, but he kept them in it to this point, and we'll come back with a new arm.
Now pitching for the
So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, Sam Hentges.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. First pitch
Ball.
doesn't find the zone.
Ball.
Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Landon Root, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Number 77, also throwing. This one in the air, center field. McCray has a beat on it. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Cut off. Throw to third. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only one out.
For the Yankees, the first baseman, Paul Bullpen.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. High
Over the
bounce
fence,
takes it over
advance
the
to
fence
second
for
base.
an automatic double as a run scores.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Here's Ryan McMahon now. Swinging a foul straight back. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. And a 1-1. This to third. Fires to first in time.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Swing and a foul out of play. Runner at second, 2 down here on opening day. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now at an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
That one ran inside, almost got him. It's fouled off. They'll do it again. Man on second, 2 down. Just missing
ball.
there. And the count's even at 2. Outside.
That's the ball.
J.C. Escara on deck for the Yankees. Got him looking for the K. They limit the damage here. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. Yankees 3 and the Giants nothing. Bottom of the sixth.
Leading
Now
off
it's the
for the
Giants'
Giants.
leadoff hitter,
Not
Willie
shortstop,
Adames.
Willie Adames.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A towering shot to center, and they got their first run. It's 3-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
And that's a little bit high. And that's ball one.
So you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Out towards right center field. Grisham on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Fielder, number 9, Harrison Bader.
So here's Bader now. That's down and in. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the bottom of the sixth. Swings through that one.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And a ball and 2 strikes. Just misses with that one.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
The first baseman, Rafael Devers.
Ball.
Well,
That's
gave up
in,
the
ball.
home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
Next offering is foul back. And there's a strike. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Next offering
Ball,
upstairs.
that's high.
Matt Chapman on deck for San Francisco. And a foul ball, he stays alive. 2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive. 3-2. Good job to fight that one off.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these 2 are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Up the middle. Over to Goldie. That's the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. Back here in San Francisco, top of inning number 7, J.C. Escarra stepping in now for the Yankees.
Hey!
Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Got him swinging. One away.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
The lefty, the 1-0. That's
That missed. That's a ball.
This one in the air right field, and that'll get down for a hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12, Trent Grisham.
Now here's Trent Grisham. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
In the air to left center. And he makes the catch.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Sam Hentges won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for the Giants.
New arm for the Giants, Landon Root.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Yeah.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Next offering is fouled back. Caballero off of first with 2 away. In the dirt. On the ground to the
Foul
left.
ball.
And foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Quick toss to first. Caballero back in on a dive. And a 1-2. That one missed.
Ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Keeps the attack going with a foul ball. Drilled in the air out towards right center. McCray gets under it. And that is that. The Yanks lead 1, but they still lead it 3-1.
Now pitching for the
We're
Yankees.
back in a new pitcher here to
Number
start the bottom of the 7th. Osvaldo Bido.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Matt Chapman up to the plate now. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads.
Well, these Giants just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
This one chopped up the middle. Bounces into the outfield. That's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
That one ripped but foul.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Ball.
In the air, left field. Bellinger gets there. He's under it. Makes the grab.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
For the Giants, the catcher number 14.
One out man at first. Here's the catcher, Patrick Bailey.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Things up a little bit.
Quick move to first.
Hey,
Chapman back on a dive. The tying run at the plate.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
The 2-1. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Tying run at the plate. And a ground
No,
ball to
that's a
first,
foul ball.
and that's just foul. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That one 95 to finish him off.
Up next for the Giants, center fielder,
Darren Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Osvaldo Bido departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
New
Yankees,
pitcher for the Yankees,
number
Kervin
74,
Castro.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
That's a ball.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Ball.
Climb the ladder with that fastball. 2-2. A little bit low.
That's
Great
down.
RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
The Yanks trying to protect a 2-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. And the tying run is on base.
Up next for the Giants, the designated hitter,
Tyler Fitzgerald, the next Giant to hit. He's 0 for 1. Late swing fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. Strike out looking. Giants leave a couple, and they still trail it here 3-1. Back here at Oracle Park, now up as the Yankees DH, Aaron Judge. The 0-1.
That's the ball.
Activity in the bullpen. Number 77, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Third song, also getting ready. Swings through that. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. And people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Foul ball. And that's down and away.
That's a ball.
Ripped to short. Slings to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
2 down, base is empty. Here's Paul Goldschmidt.
No, that's out.
And another
that's a ball.
Just
ball.
missed. And there's the automatic. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. 2 down, nobody on. Caught him looking for the K. Yanks held in check, and the score stays 3-1. Back here at San Francisco, now it's the Giants' leadoff hitter, Willie Adames.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
On the ground right side. Jazz tosses to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Louis. The Rock.
On the ground right side. Goldie steps on the bag and he's out.
Up next for the Giants, the left fielder, number 9, Harrison.
And now Bader up to the plate. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Now.
That's low. That's a ball.
That one fouled off.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for strike 3. Giants down in order. Score holds. It's 3-1.
Now pitching for the
New
Giants,
pitcher on here, Hayden Birdsong.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Leading off for the Yankees, the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Activity in the bullpen. Number 46. The rookie right-hander is getting loose. And ball one.
Ball.
Birdsong. The tall righty. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and occasionally mixes in the slurve. Stays alive. The 1-2. And that just misses. Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a base hit.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
So digging in, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Ball one
That
there.
missed. That's a ball.
Next pitch
No,
is
that
outside.
missed. That's a ball.
McMahon on at first. Nobody out.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you'd have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
High fly ball out towards left field. Up against the wall and brings it in.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, J.C. Estrada.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. And first offering is fouled off. Gets the outside corner with that one. Next pitch misses. Now 1-2. Swings through it for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Caballero at the plate and takes high there.
Man, that was pretty gross right there. Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
That one at the knees for a strike. Bounce to the left side. Chapman. And that is that. One left for the Yankees as the lead remains 3-1.
Now pitching for the
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Yerry De Los Santos. A chance at his first save of the year.
Leading up for the Giants, the first baseman, Rafael Devers.
Foul ball there. Swing and a ball popped up. Goldie settles under it. And there's one away.
Up next for the Giants, the third baseman, Matt.
Now it's Matt Chapman, 1 for 3. Line drive, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Number 19,
Heck one!
The 0-1. Nice grab. There's one. And that's a double play to end it.
Way to make a pitch right there. Get that ball on the ground. Defense picking them up. Huge double play to end this ball game.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping. I'm John Shambi.